What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Game Time Discussions. I am so sorry for the 8-minute delay. Hopefully, we are live. I can see us. Thank God. We had to
Really?
switch. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope.
We had to switch from Google over to Edge again. I don't know what the hell Edge and Google have against us, but whichever one we pick first is always wrong. A lot of news though. Lot
Very
of
so
lot of
much
news.
news.
So
That's what happens when you miss a week, and then on top of that, training camp is starting, and
mhm.
a lot to go through. And on top of that, we have this cool ranking system to where we can rank. Jeremy looks right now like he's number one, and
Is
we're able to
Jeremy
do
winning?
that. We're able to start polls, which is fun. So a whole lot of stuff that we're going to get into. I will remind you guys. I just commented in the chat, but it is best ball week on DraftKings. So if you are unfamiliar, basically they're doing promotions every single day, and today is if you go into $20 if you opt in, do a $20 draft, you get two $3 tickets,
Yep.
and you could do that 3 different times. And then tomorrow's going to be a new one, I'm assuming, because Fridays are usually popular. There will be a big one and a whole lot of fun. So make sure you opt into that if you are going to participate, and it'll be a whole lot of fun to get free money and free entries into having more teams.
Right. Let me share this. Do it. Cam, actually, Jeremy, do you have any $3 left? You don't. I know that Cam has you have a
I
twenty
have a couple
dollar.
left.
You have a couple $3.
Yeah, and I
Um,
know Jeremy just said he's about to do his 97th best ball draft.
it's awesome.
I'm basically right there. Combined between both Underdog and DraftKings, this will be my 111th.
Okay. And
So,
I've done 9
mhm,
separate for my account, not with Cam and y'all. So
mhm,
that's 120 total, I guess, in the room.
right. I
Um,
just wish DraftKings had more kind of frequent contests going out, because like Underdog has a puppy, and it's 150 max for $5, and
mhm.
it's 20-second drafts that take place 35 minutes, if that.
Right.
And that will fill and be done in 3 weeks, and we'll move on. We've been doing the same $3 for about 2 months now.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
huge.
wish it would kind of have a little bit more traffic, but that's just kind of shows which platform is kind of more popular.
Yeah, $3. You do have a
Ticket.
promo.
Yeah, so I
Um,
opted into the Rishi Rice, which is the biggest talking point. Essentially, Rishi Rice, there was I guess it was kind of an overlooked, like they were doing the hearing, and a lot of people kind of boosted him up into the second round, and we were kind of like, that's a little rich, because we weren't even thinking about the suspension. We were thinking more so the injury coming off of ACL, and even if he is healthy to start and play, to invest a top 10 wide
713.
receiver is was pretty tough.
Yeah.
So um,
I just got a message. What time are we entering? I said
yeah, seven
7:13. I think
thirteen.
a couple minutes would be okay. Um, I don't think Jeremy has any more, so he'll probably get in on the $20 that we do in a minute. Steiger, get in here. Dustin, get in here. They have 9 people watching, so if anybody else wants to come hang out and play and draft with us, we'd love it. We have a couple other things to talk about. Quinchon Judkins is a talking point that we have to get into, and what to do with Dylan Sampson. Quinchon, the Browns, first off, they just have really bad luck and get drafting players, picking up players, and then them
But
getting
it's
in
a
trouble and
recurring
things like
thing.
that.
Is it also like a
Sure, yeah,
lack of
how they draft, well, how they
yeah
get guys, who they get,
assessment?
and things like that. Absolutely,
I
but
mean, Shadur was ticketed twice for speeding already, for criminal speeding, and then the second one like within a 3 week span.
really, I
It's
didn't
your
even hear
quarterback,
about that.
so
That's
that's
and
even more paramount.
Jordan Addison also
Yeah,
ticketed
Jordan
for
Addison.
speeding.
Well,
So
no, Jordan Addison, that was from last year. He was
right.
a DUI, fell asleep at the wheel,
Oh, that's right.
essentially.
That's right.
And they basically said that the hearing was over, and they're now proceeding to where he will be suspended. Probably, I would anticipate 3 games. But the Rasheed Rice one is more interesting, because that was, causing a massive wreck on a
Yeah, that
highway,
was crazy.
criminal leaving the scene. So that's, I would assume, being closer to 6 than it would be 2 to
I did
4.
some research. He had 8 felony charges during that. Normal people with bad attorneys and basic normal attorneys, they'll get 3 to 7 years is kind of what the average is. And he got off with a nice
Five-year
probation
probation.
and a 30-day freaking in jail. So we're about to get going. I don't know how
Yeah,
much
we're
time's
kicking
left.
in
Couple
three, two,
couple
one, go.
seconds. Okay, perfect. I'm glad the clocks are at that time. Everybody get in.
Yeah,
We're
Gail's
going. Go,
here
go,
also.
go.
What's up, Gail?
10 out of 12. We're gonna be close, but hopefully y'all hit the button when we set it at 7:13, and we can get
Which
in here
what's your
together.
vibe say? I'm feeling the middle. I think a seventh pick.
Funny enough, I think it's 8th. So
Really
that's what I
okay.
thought. And we're
It is.
first.
Yep,
Damn it.
we're not even close.
I see Steiger's next to us too.
Okay.
Okay, so that's fun. Where
You know what's
is
interesting? So
Dustin?
you
You missed it.
so you know how I
Gale.
said the whole off season I prefer to be on the back end,
Mhm.
11, 12, then 1, 2 because it's always just easier. Last year the most common winners in redraft leagues were the 12th pick. The worst or least common was the first pick. I am kind of starting to turn a little bit. And I don't know if that's just I've been at the back so many times that I'm just eager to draft at the front, but also the ADPs, the 5-6 turn kind of sucks now for you're at the 12th pick, for example, and then you're gonna either have to reach for receiver threes
Right.
because it's a weird range, or have to pivot in other directions if you kind of structure your team in a certain way and people don't fall to you. So you're kind of relying on people to fall instead of kind of hitting good value.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting.
That's fair. Dustin, tell us who you get as you go because I'm guessing you got in the are you the first person in your next draft? I'm guessing that's what happened there. Is anybody else in the chat in the draft with us?
Yeah,
other than Steiger? Oh, Steve Gray right here.
And Jeremy, I do also want to know because you've kind of done a good blend of both platforms, which is what I typically like to do as well. Who is your most exposed player right now overall in terms of your exposure right now?
If I don't get a top 4 pick, I would rather be at the end. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's
It
kind
just
of give or take.
depends.
Right now, I think because of the news, it's a fresh one because there's a lot of maneuvering around because you got the Rashee Rice thing, whereas Xavier Worthy is going to be propped up, Hollywood Brown is going to be propped up, Jordan Addison's going to be going down while others go up. You have Dylan Sampson going up, which we'll be getting into because that's a very interesting topic.
I'm going
if you're
Jamar.
not familiar,
I'm going to go Jamar. Just
that's
so you
fine.
know. Okay.
We really only get Jamar if we're first, so
yeah,
might as well. But Dylan Sampson, if you're not familiar, he was also a rookie running back that was drafted to Cleveland this year in the 4th round. And we've gotten some exposure, but it wasn't, it's more kind of tied with Quinshon, which I guess in hindsight, that's a good thing that you do that.
Yeah. Already,
right now,
basically like an injury, you got his handcuff directly.
Right now, especially on Underdog, he's really getting propped up. But on DraftKings specifically, his ADP is all the way up to 167 right now, and it's climbing. I saw somebody take him in the 140s today, and I even asked Emery before, we even started, where would you even place him if you knew that Quinshon was going to miss time? And he would say it would be right in the rookie range where they're going. But the uncertainty still puts him much, much higher than even the.
Yeah. It's the problem of like we just don't know if there's going to be a suspension or if he's going to miss time. Quinshon himself missed time, but if you said Dylan Sampson's going to start the year, Dylan Sampson should be above Cam Scatabo because Cam Scatabo is in a actual like. If you're going to tell me that Jerome Ford versus Tyron Tracy, like I'm taking Tyron Tracy as the better player. So same situation here. It's like, well, Dylan Sampson was
Wow. Rod Bauer's going 8.
Hell yeah. That's what I like to see. But Dylan Sampson to me was the better player between Cam Scatabo and him in the draft. We had them one spot apart. It was Dylan Sampson, then Cam. But so it's like one of those things where you just have to understand what type of player you're getting.
PPR upside.
Yeah.
So that's kind of more comparative to this platform, which is interesting because he's 2 full rounds lower in ADP. But yeah, fun name that we already have a decent amount of exposure to, about 28% right now on DraftKings. On Underdog, it's a little bit lighter, but it's fun nonetheless. And it's a good thing that we're on the right side of that, at least. Quinshon is kind of okay, but a lot of that exposure was capped by, hey, we also took Sampson as well.
Right. Jeremy, I agree. Actually, they've been playing Dylan Sampson at the slot a lot. So in camp, they were expecting him to play a little bit of receiver. Now, obviously, he might be the guy that takes touches. So like out of the backfield.
So on Monra and Nico both falling into the 2nd round in this one.
And we can't take advantage of it.
Brock, that's the first time I've even seen him go in the 1st round. I don't recall one that he's even gone at the 12, let alone the 8, but I understand it.
Yeah, but
I think that guy could have probably
got him at 17. Yeah, that's the only problem with that strategy.
Because at the same time, Trey McBride's starting to fall into the early 3rd round, and Kittle's still at the 3-4 turn. So I love Brock Bowers, but it's not like we're projecting a 10 touchdown upside. Whereas Kittle, that's kind of his floor if he's healthy, I would say, especially with the receiver pass catching issues that they have. I mean, we haven't even gotten to Juwan Jennings of the hey, I want an extension or trade me
Yeah, absolutely.
news, which to me, we've been kind of saying between they or Jennings, Ayuk, and Pearsall, we just lumped them together and we didn't really have a tiebreaker. But Ayuk might miss the start of the season. Juwan Jennings is already asking for an extension
Right.
from a small sample size. And so it's just kind of like, well, first round pick. Now finally full off season.
James Cook, they're throwing it. They're throwing the draft.
So, all right. I wish I was on that side.
Yeah, I always want to be next to that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get the Christian McCaffrey, Drake London team, and you're off to the races.
I was on a draft today that their first 8 picks were receivers.
Stagger does here. Wild. Please don't pick Rashee Rice, Stagger.
Yeah. How far does he have to fall for you to even want to take a share at him?
I mean, in the 60s, 70s, I guess. I don't know. Probably. I'd have to really think about it because then I got to think about who's in that range and if it's worth the headache. Okay. He doesn't know who he wants to go. Who do we want to go?
I hope you don't auto draft Rashee. It looks like you might have if you didn't queue guys. That's why you queue guys, miss. Oh,
he did auto draft Rashee. Okay,
Stagger.
So we get 2.
Okay, so I still have the preference of going with Chase Brown as a duo. And then with the second pick, I'm open for interpretation. We don't have a ton of Trey McBride, but I like him.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go a second receiver, Marvin Harrison, Garrett Wilson makes a lot of sense, but I'm starting to be a little bit nervous about him.
Yeah.
Where he's currently going.
So Cincinnati plays Arizona.
And
that would be my pick. Am I cool with that?
Yep. Trey McBride's fine.
Yeah, that's a big reason why I would go there. Or Marv, if you wanted to go ahead and get your receiver.
Yeah, Steiger, you got to cue some guys, my friend. I like your third round pick, though.
What do you say?
He just said, dude. But yeah.
Pay attention.
But yeah, getting back to it, how far does Rashee Rice have to go to where we start getting shares of him?
Let's go.
Project a 6-game suspension. How far does he have to fall for you to be like,
I mean, I think I'd take him. Let's see. In this
and in
range,
the chat as
probably.
well.
Yeah. Where do y'all think?
How far does he have to fall for you guys to start getting some shares of him if you haven't already?
Okay, so we'll talk about Jeremy's question thing he just said in a second. I think he needs to be in this range where you're getting like the Jerry Jeudy's, Chris Godwin's, because I think at the end of the year that value is still there. It's just you have to get him far enough down where he's not a situational player that hurts you because you don't have him the first 6 weeks. But if you get him in the playoffs, sure, it's a solid value if he's in the 6th, 7th round. Mm-hmm. You just got to make it to the playoffs at that point.
The thing that I believe is I don't have the feeling that he'll fall that far.
No, I
think
agree.
He'll only fall about a round and a half, and people are just going to convince themselves that, hey,
you don't think he'll be in the Xavier Worthy range, like right where Xavier Worthy is?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Is that where that's at?
In turn,
Xavier will come up. Yeah, for
I've
sure.
seen him at the 3-4 turn now. So
you think Xavier Worthy will pass him?
Based on interpretation of whoever has the preference.
Okay.
I would say clear. I mean, we already had Worthy above him. And that was a bold take to say. Now it won't be so bold, but I guarantee you people who were really invested in Rice will find a way to convince themselves.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Themselves.
Yeah.
I personally think based on where I expect him to fall would be the 4-5 turn at the latest. And if that's the case, the only time I'm ever interested in really taking him is if we went heavy wide receiver early. Like he's our wide receiver
right.
4.
Yeah. I agree.
But we went 4 receivers in the first 5 rounds. But
yeah.
If we went running back, receiver, tight end, and he's the second receiver, I still don't feel good about that situation.
Yeah, that's fair. Jeremy said my top 2 drafted players are TJ Hawkinson and Marvin Mims on Underdog. So TJ Hawkinson, absolutely love that. Marvin Mims is actually better probably for underdog because he's a big play threat. So I can understand him being pressed up in your rankings on that. But we just don't know. We just don't believe he's the number 2 option for the Denver
I think he
Broncos.
can be, but him
It's
having a
just how do you
27%
know?
snap share was really what turns me off. But at the same time, if you, I've kind of started to fall in love with the idea of double stacking
Second,
wide receiver threes on teams. So like Pat Bryant, I don't really like, but if I go Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin, whether or not Troy Franklin works out, like we're kind of
hoping.
putting
Yeah,
the
for
vibe
sure.
out for it. If he doesn't, well, Pat Bryant could and should, and we're not wrong. So if you're going with Marvin Mims, if you're stacking other Denver Bronco receivers as like, hey, I just have the wide receiver 2 for Denver, I'm perfectly fine with that situation.
But where is Marvin Mims going
He's going the 11th, 10th,
in
11th round.
an underdog?
Mhm.
Okay. That's just a little high for me. I just can't get there.
It's a little bit
I
high
could
just because hey, it was 20-point game or 3-point game,
yeah.
which that's true best ball,
Yes.
but that's kind of there's not really enough of a floor for me for him. But in terms of TJ Hawkinson, he's my most exposed tight end one right now, which makes it feel good.
Okay,
And we
so
got Joe to follow us, which is fun,
we're gonna
and
go
Xavier
Joe.
Worthy
We can go
to
both.
fall too. We
Who's
only have
Casey?
one receiver right now. Casey is
Denver.
Denver.
Okay, perfect.
So we'll
So
have to find a way, but I'm actually surprised that we had Worthy fall past his rank value right now, which
it's
is
right at
49.
yeah,
Oh,
it's
I
right
thought he
at.
was 47. I've been going back and forth on platforms all day, so
So we'll get Xavier
fun
Worthy.
stuff.
So a lot of you know what I really like about this team, just like to put this out there, is that this team has a lot of teams that score a lot of points.
Mhm.
So Cincinnati, KC, Arizona is a sneaky high scoring team. So all those teams I get excited about.
I completely agree with you, Steiger. You should have gone Worthy if you went Rice. But at the same time, it's fun that you did go Sutton because of the fact that you have the correlation of Week 17 between Kansas City, which Rasheed Rice should be healthy and unsuspended by that point, and Cortland Sutton. So if this
If
team makes it, you'll be all right.
if Cortland Sutton was there, say he went Kamara first, and Cortland Sutton and Xavier Worthy were there, who were we going? In your opinion?
So say what you said again. So he went Worthy, and who else?
So say no. Say Kamara went at 47 here, and
Mm,
then Sutton and Worthy were on the board. Who were we gonna pick?
well, we had to pick Burrow with
Right,
one,
right. That's
and
what I mean.
then
Yeah, I mean they.
I would say Worthy.
Okay, I think
Because of the
he's
fact,
going to
yeah,
climb. So I'm with you, but it's
because
just a
of the fact
question.
that since we didn't go a second wide receiver early, we need the floor early on for receivers, and there's not a safer floor at this point in time of a Xavier Worthy boost. If you don't believe in his ceiling of being a top 12 guy,
Sure.
that's fine. But early in the season, that's going to get you throughout all the pain or the lack of development, and then the late round receivers, the Cedric Tillmans and crazy names like that, the wide receiver 5s and 6s can maybe start getting their feet wet weeks 8
Injuries
on.
happen and
Exactly.
things like that. Yeah. Um. So right now, do we have any quarterback correlations? Because Hertz isn't
Mm.
correlated. Where's his quarterback? AJ Brown's here.
And
He'll probably go Devontae. Nope, he's gone.
I know, Sire, you're saying you're starting off
These two.
awful. I don't hate your team. I just wish that you didn't do the
Act.
Rice situation,
Yeah.
but he's part of a pretty strong trio. And if you hit 2 more receivers in the next 3-4 rounds, I think you'll be perfectly fine. I did think it was interesting that you did go Kamara over Chuba and Kenneth. I'm understand it. I'm not saying that that's a terrible pick, but we do have both Kenneth and Chuba higher.
I think obviously if you just talk about Steiger's favorite, one of Steiger's
Yes,
longtime fantasy guys is Kamara. But also if you talk about just like ceiling, I think you could make a case that Kamara has a higher ceiling because of his receiving upside and how bad that team's going to be. They're going to throw the ball. But I think Chuba and Kenneth are definitely
I
safer.
would recommend though,
Get a
especially getting Devin Neal
yeah,
the 18th,
agreed.
19th. We won't snipe you, but I think it's important because whether it's an injury, whether it's a trade, or what have you, Devin Neal is a capable back, and we think he'll really kind of vault into the role because all he is fighting with is Kendra Miller, who never really got off the ground,
No, Kendra's
and
not.
then also
Yeah,
Clyde Edwards-Helaire,
hated. He's
who's
hated.
5 foot nothing, 100 and nothing. So I would recommend stacking them, and that's what we said a couple of weeks back, where we're just not getting a ton of Kamara, but at the same time, If you get both, I think it kind of really helps you out. It makes you feel better.
Damn, he almost fell to us. Travis Hunter is absolutely
He's-
falling, and I love it because that's what I was saying. I didn't want to take him in the 4th round, but now we're getting to a point where I'm very excited to take him.
We're about to jump out the
Oh
gym
my
with
gosh.
either one. It doesn't matter. We get a game we want, and we get. I'm about to be excited.
Get both. Just kidding.
Well, honestly, we need 2 receivers here.
I
So
know.
I'm really kind of hoping.
Well, it's Steiger, so
Yeah.
he's going to
Let's see what
decide.
Steiger
Well,
wants
he's
to do. Okay.
okay.
Swift.
He went Swift.
So I recommend a correlated selection here.
Okay, San Francisco's
Rome
second.
and Ricky Pearsall.
How
That would be
far
my.
is Ricky?
He's like 80 right now.
Okay, he's moving up though.
He is moving up, and right now, to me, I would just flip him and Jennings in terms of where their ADPs are.
Yeah.
And if you think of it that way, as hey, San Francisco's wide receiver 1 by default, I just like it, and then on top of that, it's correlated.
Well, we talked about this earlier. You texted me where that was one of the questions because it's not that I dislike Ricky, it's that I just think he's opportunity matters, and he's got the opportunity. So with him, there's your correlation. Good job, Steiger. With him, it's like who else is there? There's no one else playing. Brandon Ayuk, and then if Juwan Jennings is not on the team, which we're kind of trending, it's just him and George Kittle. That's it. Like he's gonna have to get 12 targets. Like he has to, because no one else is going to. It's not Jacob Cowing.
We've seen 40-point upside from Juwan with opportunity when both go down. So I really like it. And for what it's worth on Underdog, his ADP is like mid-60s now. And it's really kind of vaulting up. DraftKings is kind of being slower to the party where they're dropping Jennings, but they're not really rising up Ricky yet. So I'm really kind of getting overweight with him as a wide receiver 4 right now because of that very reason. And on top of that, we've had so much Chicago exposure. And like we said, we're really trying to start focusing on correlation. And we have our 2 favorite games correlated right now, which is Arizona, Cincinnati, and then San Francisco, Chicago.
You're going to try to go quarterback again, Steiger, here? I just want to make sure I understand that. You just went Mahomes.
I
think I'd go receiver.
I would definitely.
I think you need receiver, unfortunately. Now,
right now, you only have 2 receivers for the first 6 weeks.
If you got
I would kind of operate it with that fact. Also, highly recommend elevating your ranking of Hollywood Brown for the time being because you are going Rashee Rice, and that will help even out what you're missing out hypothetically with the suspension.
Yeah, I think your receivers that I would go for in your range, because you're going to go before us, so I'll look.
I've got a name.
I think Downs is one for
Emeka
sure.
Egbuka.
Yeah,
that'll be a later season one. That's not a floor guy, but I think to me he's just kind of going too low right now.
Dude, he went to a great situation. Like we talk about that with these.
One of the 2 to go down,
and they've been injured every year.
Jalen McMillan was a 15-point consistent guy
and
for
he's
the last 6
not
weeks
even
of the
close
season.
to the talent that Emeka Egbuka is. It's like night and day.
And Baker led the league in passing, so
he's got
a whole lot to go around.
Interesting. Guy has 4 running backs and 4 receivers. I think.
How far does he have to go for you to be interested in him?
I just want to know what the hell is going to happen.
But you don't.
Is the problem? Like I would take him.
Because I've seen.
I take him like the situation in New York and the Giants. Like that's kind of how I feel. Like
100.
And 100, and then like if I don't think Dylan Sampson will ever get that high, so I don't have to, which is cool.
Yeah.
But like I would just make it where I get both of them.
Up 2 rounds, kind of like what we've done with Roshan. And bring backs with DeAndre Swift. Another guy you should probably correlate with Steiger
is DeAndre Swift, yes. With a San Francisco player.
Yeah. I don't know. I would probably advise against going quarterback at this turn, just because there might be a guy or 2 that falls to you on the very turnaround, and also because of the fact that you need a receiver. There's also a tight end you can correlate with as well on this turn. So just food for thought.
I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my gosh.
Oh, actually no. Kelsey went way early. He went 64.
Wow. Yeah, that is early.
Which is. I get he's being elevated too, but on Underdog, he's going around pick 100.
I didn't even notice
That's one of the biggest differences.
We're not paying attention, but Goddard, Keon Coleman, Gino. So everybody's getting pushed up one, which is cool.
Yeah, the only guy that whole team we have exposure to is Keon Coleman, and he took him way
too early.
Okay. All right. So
he took Josh Downs.
Okay, we need running back.
Yes. It's ugly.
It's gross.
But we could
But we
go
need
a
one.
different do a tight end. Could finish tight end. We better go though.
Well, we can finish with quarterback if we want to.
Okay, which one? Oh, Kyler.
Kyler.
Okay, yeah, because we have McBride, so we have
Yeah.
that game. We have that
Exactly.
game. Okay,
And then we need a
gross.
running back. Pick your favorite running back between Warren, ETN, and Mason, and I guess Scattaboo. The good news is we're going to be able to
Let's
have 8
go.
running backs.
Let's
in
go
this draft.
Mason because we haven't gotten any Mason.
Yeah,
really.
I've had like
Very few.
3 shares maybe.
Yeah,
And
very few.
he's really just kind of been elevated, especially on Underdog. He's in the top 100 now, and we obviously had to jump him up a little bit here
Thank
as well.
you.
But
he said Bush. Yeah, gross. I just
Mecca falling past 100.
some people and we talked about this and with the whole Jordan Mason thing, and I'm just like, I don't know if Minnesota's going to want to give him the ball. Like after like, is he going to be, a top-notch player basically?
Based on his and this is where I'm starting to kind of look at season-long numbers because I mean, usually handcuffs, they're just like you get 6 or less touches per game unless guy in front of you goes down.
Yeah, he's at 1B for sure. Like he's getting that type of love.
So right now, Aaron Jones and his yardage, which obviously he's a PPR back, so this doesn't have receiving yardage as well, but it's 750 rushing yards, right? Whereas Jordan Mason, 600.
Yeah.
So it's only about 150 difference. Obviously, add a couple hundred Aaron Jones, but I bet you their touchdown prop, if and when it comes out, will probably be within two and a half of each other.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's one of those things. I'm not in the vibe at all of picking Jordan Mason instead of Aaron Jones.
Well, it's a player thing. Like I just sometimes I get caught up with like this guy's not actually good. Yeah. And we've had that situation before in the past, but some players aren't good and they just have opportunities.
Right.
And he's gonna get opportunities. So just one of those things that annoys me, but it is what it is. Travis Etienne is falling. Oh, he's at 99 normally, right? So he's falling.
Which he kind of
rose a lot,
bit,
yeah.
Which we got a lot of shares of him when he was in the 120s, which is cool. Still don't have utmost confidence that he will be the guy, but if he is, we are going to be overweight because of the value that we got based on his ADP currently.
I feel like Ayuk at that point is a pretty solid value. Because
and that's kind of what I said, because he was in the 80s and 90s, and then the whole time I was not in any kind of camp of he actually might be ready, and there was no news that there was a chance. Like there's been optimism for Rashee Rice and a lot of Chris Godwin, others that they will be ready week 1, and there was never ever a story that Ayuk is ahead of schedule or he should be ready. And I just feel like it was name value based.
Yes,
but once he gets back to the 10th, 11th round, I was going to be maybe interested.
Right. And I think with me, it's like that is a similar situation. Of course, it's an injury and one is like a suspension, but it feels similar to Rashee Rice. Like maybe the quarterback's not as talented. Maybe there's a tad bit more like talent around.
And at least that guy did try to coordinate, or it kind of worked out double stacking because he went Purdy and Juwan.
Yeah, for sure. JJ, that's early. I feel like that's early. It's 117 though. Yeah.
There. Yeah. In the teens.
It's because everybody
he's
loves
one of the scarier
Kevin O'Connell.
Yeah, that's purely a situation based, not where they're currently going. Let's see.
Is Steiger up? Okay.
Yeah, Steiger's up next. I have a first name in mind.
We're done with quarterback.
Yeah, we're done with quarterback. We can take a tight end late if we want to. And we can just jam in running backs. We could even go double running back here if we have the certain names.
That's fine with me. That's what I was thinking. There's your Marvin Mims. All right. You're listening to Jeremy. All right. I'm going to go Scattaboo. I don't think there's a question.
Well, my name is Tajay.
Okay. Tajay over Javonte?
Yes.
Okay.
At this point, I feel better about it.
Do you have enough of Javonte?
It's not like I had a crazy amount. I think it's close to like 20%.
Gotcha.
I think. Maybe even less than that.
Let's see. Now we have 2, 4, 4, and 1. It's pretty good.
Javonte is 22%, but not a ton of money.
Yeah.
Because a lot of that was the early $3. And then Blue, for what it's worth, is the exact amount and percentage. So we have an even distribution,
Of
22% of
Javonte and
both.
Blue.
And the 22% hopefully, gives Emmitt Smith, juju. And
Vibes.
and for some reason it works out, even though it probably won't.
Well, I'll be honest. That's another guy, not Javonte. I actually really love Javonte. I think that the injury really screwed him up.
Mhm.
But Jaden Blue is so hard for me to get behind because he's just, to me, I don't think he's talented enough to be on an NFL roster. So it's gonna be really tough to
It's
watch him get touches.
Yeah.
It's like give
because they will be right in every mock draft that you're probably going to see way too early might give them a running back in the first round just because.
No, I know. I did you watch, I'm sure you watched the mock draft, and I was like, this is Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
And then Peter Woods fell. And I'm like, never mind. you get to fix your Mozzie Smith a few years back.
So Steiger, if you've kind of followed along with us a ton, Roshan is one of our most exposed players this entire best ball season. We have zero Travis Homer because he is purely the RB4. If you were
Yes,
gonna
right.
say RB3 for Chicago, it's Kyle Monungai.
Yep.
That's the one guy that they drafted, which
Love
it
Kyle
was
Monungai.
late. It was day 3. So whatever round it was. And
Seventh. No, he was a
round?
seventh
Okay,
rounder.
That's
Yeah.
why I had vibe of. So
Yeah.
it's those 3 guys. And we're just taking a huge stand on Rojo just being way too low, but we're drafting situation.
I'll
because-
draft Kyle Monungai a little bit if I have if I have Rojo and I don't have Swift.
Mhm.
Because then I have running back 2 for the team.
Right. I'm surprised that Rojo hasn't risen even more. But right now it is what it is. We're also starting to kind of get in the territory of hey, maybe kind of keep an eye on Dylan Sampson. His overall rank is 167. Don't mind reaching on him 2 rounds if you really have the value and the vibe of him.
Yeah, because we'd have to
He
reach.
won't fall to us.
He
at
will not fall to
168.
us. Yeah.
So if we wanted him or Steiger wanted him, since we're on the same side of the board,
it's one of these 4 spots.
One of us has to do it right now if we're going to do that. We went 3 straight running backs. We don't have to, but at the same time, it's not like we're very secure.
Yeah, I mean, and we
also haven't done our wide receiver 5 yet.
Yeah. So we're pretty balanced, but I'd rather get some wide receivers here in a second. I don't know which ones I want. I think about it. There's a couple that I can think of that are solid in this range.
This is a huge run of tight ends. Also, I know Steiger only has 1. He's probably a little bit more urgent than we are right now. That guy goes 3 quarterbacks in 4 rounds. I love the trio, but that's a lot of capital in the middle of your draft for him. I hope he at least correlated a little bit.
Probably not. Let's see. No.
Well, he did a double with Herbert, which is fun.
No, he did. Wait, double
Hampton and McConkey.
Oh. I was going to say,
that's his QB2 though.
Yeah,
which, I mean, honestly,
go with Tua.
if you're not doing Garrett Wilson, which Garrett Wilson wouldn't have fell to him, the only other stackable option is
Mason
Jets
Taylor,
running backs or Mason Taylor, which he's fallen all the way to the 190s.
There you go, Steiger. You get Isaiah Likely. No, you're a Likely fan, right? Oh, just kidding.
All right, let's see. Done a quarterback. We knocked out a tight end 2 here. Hollywood Brown is still on the board.
He is.
We do need a wide receiver 5, so that might be a good one to go.
Okay, not against it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me star. And then Isaiah Likely, I'm not on board as much with. I'm not against going Garindo.
Okay.
In that game stack.
We also have, if you want to correlate Cincinnati even more, Trey Benson is still there as well.
It's true.
Open for interpretation.
I don't want any of the top guys. That's what I know. So I'm not against Trey Benson. It's like that guy. Okay. Or Garindo.
I have a ton of Benson. I have decent amount of Garindo.
I think we're gonna
either one stacks with the games because we have both Chicago, San Fran, and other. It doesn't matter. It's all good.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah. We're sorry, Steiger, but just know we had to take a receiver there. We had to. We only had 4 thus far. You've had 6 already.
Yeah, so. I don't actually, Steiger, just for talking points. We had 3 running backs in a row. You probably should have taken the receiver first.
Yeah.
And then the running back.
Because we probably weren't even going to take Ray right there.
Nice.
That's a good one, though.
Love it. Yeah. So just for playing the board, especially because you only have, it's just us that you have to play. That's why I don't always like being right next to people I'm drafting with because stuff like that happens.
Right. It's fun stuff. But
So,
yeah, if you are joining, we do have 14. We appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. We're gonna be doing another draft after this one in the $20.
yep.
As a reminder, it is best ball week on DK. So opt into that promo. If you enter a $20, you get two $3 tickets. So they're doing, and you can do that up to 3 times tonight, which is a whole lot of fun. We're only going to be doing one more draft after this, but just food for thought. Just they're giving you money back to give more entries in.
Yeah, not just that. If you haven't done a $20 at all, you can opt into the $20 for a $20. Yeah, so you can get you play a $20, you get a free $20, so you can do that one
and
also.
On top of that, they're tracking every time you do a $20, and for the times that you do it, they're going to give you that much back in promo funds. I don't remember the ladder of it, but it's like once you get to a tier like 40 to 50, they'll give you a certain amount of dollars back, and then so on and so forth. They used to do it to where they gave you $5 entries to the Millionaire Maker for week 1.
Week 1, yeah.
And that was the week that we won like $10,000.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Combined. And we saw each other on the Millionaire Maker contest in the top 100. We were holding hands.
It was awesome.
It was
we had like 5 lineups or something. We played a bunch of lineups, but we had 5 lineups in the top like 500.
And the crazy thing is, we would have won thousands more if Kyler Murray didn't take a knee at the end, because he had the 100-yard bonus. He took a knee
and dropped
then lost 3 points, and he was like 2% owned, and it was a whole thing.
I remember having Devontae Adams in that line.
Yeah,
that was.
And
I remember
DeAndre Hopkins. That was his debut with the Cardinals, and he was really cheap, and no one wanted to play him. It's a whole thing.
We killed it. We killed it that week. Just like last year, we killed week 1.
Yeah,
single entry.
Showdown, we took down.
We took down.
We were much
Showdown.
better on showdowns than we were main last year.
Yeah, sorry, Gail. I know you know. But yeah, showdowns last year we did pretty well. Cam took down New York Jets versus New England.
Confident one.
Yeah,
but I faded a 98% own Ramondre.
Yep,
and he fumbled and they didn't put him back in.
Yep, and then
that was a whole thing.
What was the other game? The Cincinnati Bengal game. Who did they play? The one I had the first place line in one of my like secondary lines. It was when Drew Sample at $1,200 was optimal, but I can't remember what game that was. But yeah, that was my like secondary line that I had in like less money, and that was the one that won it. That was
a very interesting turn for the back end. You had 4 straight quarterbacks, both of them going double quarterback on that turn.
Quentin Johnston goes.
We're probably going to start having to think about a tight end 2 soon. I know we feel really good about our tight end 1, but there's also a lot of names falling.
Yeah. Who's our other quarterback? I can't remember. Kyler.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we could go Gesicki, but
now that I think about it, I forgot about the Kyler situation, but Trey Benson, now we have a double.
Oh yeah. Hey, that works.
Get a triple soon. Or quadruple and make Dusty really happy.
There's your Gesicki if we wanted to do that one.
All right.
Wait, who's our tight end? Big Bride. Week 8, week 10. Okay, cool. Just making sure.
And like I said, even if we wanted to wait, like the tier of Mason Taylor and Dalton Schultz and Jatavion Sanders, I'm still okay. I don't know if you are, but as that tight end 2, if you went that high for a tight end 1, the Kittle, the McBride or Bowers. I like Wandale. I like Xavier.
Yeah, it was one of these 2 if we're gonna go receiver.
Roshan's still there. Rojo. Let's give Steiger Rojo if he wants him.
Yeah, that's right.
If he doesn't take him, I'm gonna be upset. But
we could go. Let's see.
If we need one receiver, I would go with 1. I would start 1.
Oh yeah, good there. Okay. And then I would go either Gesicki.
Well, yeah, that's triple stack.
Okay, perfect.
I don't have a ton of Gesicki, but
I mean, this is when I get Gesicki. This is when I get him. So
that's fine.
You know,
I really like the way this draft is turning out for both teams.
He went Wando. You're not gonna get Rojo.
Yeah. But I mean, we're drafting a ton of Swift, but it's more so it's not
probably Pierce, probably Alec Pierce, because it was an overthrow to AD Mitchell on week 1. Wait, week 1. Which one was the overthrow?
Oh, week 1 was when AD should have caught 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. So,
but I don't think that's who he's talking about. I think that was the game when Pittman was hampered. and we went downs, and he did okay, but he was chalk.
And then Alec Pierce had
had
the
nothing for
3
3
catches or
quarters, and then
something
he had 3 for
for
like
like
100 for
120.
2 in
Yeah,
the
I
fourth.
remember that.
That was against that was the Colts and Jags game. Which for the record, we're not getting a ton of either of those teams, but that is also a very dark horse week 17 matchup is those two teams because they're
Yeah.
just very like Colts made a lot of upgrades on defense, but they're still probably middle of the pack, and Jags are we're going to be targeting a ton in firework showdown or I mean firework games all season. So
Right.
very sneaky game. There are so many good games to target for week 17.
Yeah, well, you sent me like 10.
I literally sent you 12.
Yeah, well, yes.
And
But 13. You sent me 13. Okay.
Well, the 13th was the
Honorable
Giants
mention.
and Raiders. That is just gross. But there's only a select few guys.
You didn't even send me that game. Actually, you
Well,
sent me
that's crazy.
Houston LAC was the one that was
Basically,
your
the
honorable
one
mention.
game that sucks is going to be Pittsburgh Cleveland because it's going to be cold. It's going to be 17-10.
Yeah.
Maybe even less.
And I don't want either of those teams anyways, except for like Dylan Sampson.
Or we've gotten an okay amount of Caleb Johnson, but that was probably
Sure.
really early because I don't remember.
But that actually fits his style in those cold games like that. I think that stylistically is going to be fine.
Yeah, it won't be DK. So that if there is not an epitome of why you should fade DK and you're trying to find a tiebreaker between him and the range that he's going, it's because he's going to be playing in 15 degrees.
Week 17. That's all you need to know. Yeah.
Against Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's
gross.
That's all you need to know.
He'll
score like 7 points.
Get locked down by Denzel Ward or something.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Braylon kind of fell a little later.
Mm-hmm.
One thing, or I was bringing up because Jeremy brought up Marvin Mims and how like I'm interested in kind of stacking secondary options on teams. Alec Pierce plus AD Mitchell, because I know you like him a lot. He's going undrafted, and getting him plus Pierce, and you're just like, hey, I've got a wide receiver 3, and if Downs or Pittman don't work out or go down,
right,
they're just inheriting opportunity.
I just worry about the situation. I just worry about the quarterbacks because it's like
that's very fair. I'm just saying that gives you a reason to get some exposure to him and be overweight to a guy that nobody's really talking about, because obviously he's by default a wide receiver 4 on the depth chart, bad passing situation, but it's not like it's a low total.
Yeah, right. No, for sure.
Is not supposed to win a ton this year. So all he needs is opportunity. And if he's undrafted and he doesn't work out, it is what it is. But if you pair him with a Pierce or a Downs or a Pittman, then you got best of both worlds.
We also bet on sophomore. Wow, he almost fell back to Steiger.
That's great.
We also bet on sophomore wide receivers.
Yes.
We bet against sophomore quarterbacks and bet on sophomore wide receivers most of the time.
Is this guy going to go 5 in a row at running back?
No way.
Let's see. I'm kind of rooting for it. Jeremy said more than once I've stacked the Jags. BDJ, Travis Hunter, T-Law, ETN.
Super proud of you.
And Brent, I agree. We have ownership of everybody that you have.
Except for Tootin. We don't have any Tootin.
Don't have Tootin. We're taking a stand. If we're taking a backup running back, it's Bigsby with Jacksonville. But it's great environments, new and improved offense.
Yep.
It's
all the right things.
It's a whole lot of fun. No one's really getting overdrafted. Not even overdrafted, but you really have to take a stand on Brian Thomas because he's going at the 1-2 turn. So you have to be there and then also draft him over the guys in his range.
Right.
So, and I kind of prefer some other guys to him, if I'm being honest. We can kind of go through that, but let's talk about who we want.
Well, we need a running back, and running back wide receiver is really what we're doing here. I nominate
Burchard,
Arizona,
and Michael Wilson because we have Kyler.
Yeah. I'd rather get DJ here.
Giddens?
Yeah.
Okay.
If that's okay.
That's fine.
Damn, Burchard went to 210 though.
Yes.
It's so annoying.
We won't get him back. So
let's go DJ.
That's fine.
I have a lot of Burchard.
I don't think you are ready for the amount of exposure I have to Burchard.
I have a feeling we have similar exposure, funny enough.
I don't think you do.
Like,
I mean, yours is very volatile.
Yeah, yeah. One freaking draft is like 10%.
Okay. What would you anticipate after
60%?
60%?
Yeah.
70%.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm not that far off. I mean, that's really pretty close.
Where I'm just massively I have the entire picture is painted for him to just take all the
Oh,
opportunities. So
yeah, Jeremy, I agree. Tank was efficient last year. I'm not really sure if I just don't know if I think that he's consistently that. Like in college, he wasn't even very efficient. So um he he did well when he got his touches and opportunities, but and then like you said, he fumbles way too often. So
I mean, ETN
it's
does too.
big knock. Yeah, yeah, he did this last year for sure. But he was efficient in college. There's a he
Right.
was a first round draft pick. Tank
Anthony
Bigsby.
Richardson got news that he was cleared, but that doesn't guarantee that he's going to be the starter all season.
Nope. Jerome Ford going at 184.
Renfro going early, but that's to the throwaway team. So I
Love
don't
it.
really know how to fault that or assess that.
Yeah. Renfro should be a top 100 player. What's up? I miss Renfro, man.
I can't
I miss him so much.
believe his which I know his medical issues behind closed doors and nobody really even knew about it until like
Recently.
he just said
Yeah.
it. But he went from 100 catch, 1,000-yard season to just absolutely
Bring
non-factor.
bring
And
him
I
back.
didn't understand it. So
Bring him back to the Raiders.
yeah,
That's what shoot.
Challenge.
We need receivers. We need receivers.
yeah.
We just picked up the
You got-
two rookies, and
Dante
I'm
Thornton
less
getting a lot of
excited
news.
about them. Well, Dante
That guy
Thornton's
going
just a
3
freak
straight tight
athlete.
ends?
Dante Thornton's a freak athlete.
Did that team at the 11
Yeah, let's
not
go
go
see.
tight end previously? Or because that's pretty insane.
That was
yeah,
his first tight end.
that's crazy.
Um,
That might as well be a 4 tight end team if you're gonna go Chiga Conquo at your tight end 1.
over K Dot. Oh no. Oh, would have been Darren Waller. Yeah, I thought it was K Dot, and it was the other direction. Diami Brown.
All right. So a fun name is still on the board, and I can't believe it.
Yep.
What else do we need in terms of positionality the rest of the way?
We just need running back and receiver.
Just running back, but I mean 2 versus 1. Which one are we doing the 2?
We have
It
one
does it not matter?
extra receiver right now, I believe.
Okay, so basically, if we go 2 running backs, it would be 8 and 8. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. We might kind of need to based on Jordan Mason being our RB2. It's kind of tough.
Wait, let's see. We went 3 in a row, but it still doesn't make up for it.
Yeah,
because it's Cam Scatterwood, Tajay, and Trey Benson. Yeah,
Tajay is one of my stands this year. I much rather have
get scared.
I'm very shocked by the fact that a lot of people like Tyrone Tracy's a full round ahead of Cam Scatterwood.
No, I know it doesn't make any
shocked by
sense.
that.
It doesn't make any sense to me. But I don't care. I'll just
And I
take
haven't
Cam
heard anybody
Scatterwood
justifying like a stack. I've heard BDGE saying that I really like Cam Scatterwood,
Mhm.
but he hasn't really said much of
103 and then
114.
113 is the stack. Like, think about it though. Like, your 108 is we just got Rashard.
Steiger, you messed up, man.
He can have Keaton Mitchell.
Who
do you want otherwise?
Well, should we get Keaton Mitchell? No, honestly, he needs Devin Neal more than Keaton Mitchell.
Taj Brooks.
Taj Brooks.
Give me the stack. Give me the stack, Cameron.
Oh yeah, we have Chase Brown. Yeah, that's fine.
I know.
We went. How many Cincinnati?
Stagger, please go Devin Neal. I'm gonna hold this and wait. I'm gonna hold it and wait. But this guy right here, this is your backup to Kamara
and starter if and when he goes down or gets traded.
Okay, I'm done now.
If they're 1-8 by the trade deadline would be past that, but if they're like 1-6,
he might be traded.
he might be traded to a team.
Yeah, good job. Proud of you.
There we go.
Okay.
How many running backs does Tiger have?
1, 2, 3. Oh, come on. 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
But he went
Bijan, Kamara, and Swift. When you go,
he has one tight end.
Steiger, you went.
All right. Who is your tight end?
It's Evan Ingram. That,
it's Evan Ingram.
I know you forgot about that.
Yeah, you should have not gone one of these receivers and gone tight end right here
or over there
or anywhere.
The exact spot was actually DeAndre Hopkins because he's an undraftable asset to me in fantasy football this year.
Yeah.
Not just in that spot. In the 20th round, I wouldn't even draft DeAndre Hopkins. That's how far he's fallen.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
how
he
irrelevant that
plays.
pass game
Yeah, he
situation
plays
is.
for the wrong
He's a
team.
wide
He's
receiver
the
3 on his team that
yeah.
doesn't throw a lot. And on top of that, there's 2 better pass catchers at tight end and a heavy dose running back. Yeah.
No. We don't dislike Evan Ingram. It's more so that you need another tight end
Steiger,
to play best ball.
What is your predicted, or just give me a rough estimate of DeAndre Hopkins' stat line? What would he be this year in your eyes?
Can he get 500 yards?
No.
I don't.
I
don't think so. But he could have one
as
game.
a 13th. Go back to the draft board real quick, unless we're really close to her.
No.
Okay.
We're far away.
So
I'm sorry.
Go back to the draft board where DeAndre Hopkins was drafted.
It would have been Gesicki.
So, but I'm just talking about other receivers, right? Xavier Legette's wide receiver 2 on his team in a pass-heavy situation. Wan'Dale Robinson had over 100 catches last year.
And the guy that's ahead of Xavier Legette is a rookie. Mm-hmm.
Pierce had multiple 20-point games last year.
Yep. Yoshi Voss is in the wrong spot, but
he had 7 touchdowns. But he was overdrafted.
But Douglas, I can make a case
Calvin
for
Austin could be a
sure.
PPR guy this year.
Josh Palmer, which you got much later,
he got
but
paid just as much as being a wide receiver 2 for his team, and he's going way later.
Who is drafting?
So I'm just saying, based on where he's going, I don't see it personally.
Jeremy, get ready to rumble. We're gonna play $20 next. If you're in the chat and you want to play $20 with us, come hang out. Make sure you opt in so you can get the free lineups where you get the $2 for $3.
I'm glad the pick 11 listened to me and saying that would be a 4 tight end team, because
yeah. And that would have been Steiger's tight end, actually.
Yeah.
So Tavion was the answer.
That's much lower than he's going, because he's like early 200s.
Let's go look for Steiger, because I don't know. We're going to go wide receiver, correct?
Yeah.
Let's go see what's tight ends. Jesus.
Ferguson.
Hooper. No.
You know what I would
He's a starter. Just kidding.
You know what I would have done?
Rhonda Gadsden's.
He's got
2 week 12s, though. They're both the same week.
Well, yeah, that wouldn't really solve anything.
Yeah, I would have to say Terrence Ferguson, if he gets there, is by far the best answer.
Even going right now?
And he's gone. Oh. Yeah, Higbee already went.
Okay. Because I was going to say, like, late round, if you wanted to do a 3 tight end build, that's a stackable. There's not many stackable tight end rooms.
Yeah.
Like, Baltimore is one, but you got to pay a premium. But then that one is like both of them going past 15th, and Stafford loves his tight ends. So,
Steiger, I will say that if you're going to go a rookie, I'm not against going with Elijah Arroyo. His competition is Noah Fant. And Noah Fant has obviously not lived up to his number 20 draft pick overall. And also, he's getting older. So, I wouldn't be against that. That would be an okay one. Guess if you wanted to go with the Texas guy. I think
Michael Mayer, I think, is a very notable name too.
Sure.
Because even as a tight end too for Vegas, I could see him being a top 20 fantasy option.
Yeah. Let's see.
Tyler Conklin is fighting Harold Fannin if Njoku goes down.
Oh, and just so you know, Noah Fant is behind.
Yeah, another stackable room, I guess. If
Elijah Arroyo.
It's a very, very Walmart version of a tight end room.
Yeah. Where are we going to go?
Arroyo's good. I mean,
sure,
he's a rookie.
He's a rookie. I mean, he's a receiving tight end though. That's why he's built for this. But I don't know where to go here.
Roman Wilson, A.D. Mitchell, Troy Franklin are names that I've been getting a lot of in the 20th round. Justin Ross was waived, and on top of that, Rashee Rice. So if we wanted to do Jalen Rose,
okay,
food for thought. We've kind of backed off.
John Mechie with the injuries.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I mean, we could also go with the Denver guy.
Yeah,
Roman Wilson's fine.
Wilson, okay. All right. Yeah. So we're about to hop in.
Actually, I want to see who Steiger got last. We picked Rose because I had started him.
That's fine. We kind of backed off because we were like, we just don't see it.
Baby, so, good listening.
Very good, very good.
Okay.
All right, $20 time. We got 10 in the chat, so if you are listening to do a $20, once again, it is DraftKings. So they have a promo. So I would opt into that in the promo tab before you enter. But because we have a little bit of a delay with broadcasting, let's say 8:04 is when we'll click on entering into the best ball.
Are you already opted in?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've already, because remember we got that $3 ticket.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
what that was from.
So it opt in for all three. It will opt in for all three.
Yeah, like one, you just got to opt in one, and
Okay.
then it'll just continuously give
I'm
out
just
tickets.
making
And
sure.
DraftKings is much better now at giving out the road on the way over here, and that's how we ended up
Oh, okay.
getting those $3 tickets. So
Gotcha. Gail,
18 now in the chat.
Gail, I know you love
What's up,
doing
guys?
some best ball. Come hang out with us. Do this best ball $20 with us if you can. Jeremy, I know you're going to be in here with us.
I saw the Gale took down a WNBA contest. I don't know if you were
What?
looking on that Twitter.
An animal.
Yeah, man.
What an
Let me see if
animal.
I can pull that up.
That's
I
awesome.
saw that like last week or something like that. I was like, oh man, sick invite on that line. I would have tailed it, man.
Absolutely. 8:04 we're going to be going, and that's probably in the next 20 seconds.
Yeah,
So
about 10 seconds left, guys.
we should hopefully catch the delay.
Let's look up our friend.
The Gale. All right. Go, go, go. 8:04. Hit the button. 8:05. Golly.
What?
This guy. Steiger. I'm already in. Got 5. You got time? You got time. You got time. He said 8:05. He was
I mean, you have 2.5 minutes until the draft starts, so just get in and
then we can go to the bathroom or whatever you have to do. We're in the back.
That Gale tweet.
We're in the back. I see Dustin in this $20.
What's
So I'm
up,
talking
man?
about Dustin. All right, where's Jeremy?
Oh, I see Jeremy at 11.
Okay, we got 9. Steiger's not here with us.
Dude.
Sad day. Sad day. Sorry, my guy.
I hate that we're all in the end.
No, it's gonna be great.
Wait. No, we're kind of
6, 9. If you were 12,
6, 9, 11. Okay.
Is anybody else in the chat hanging out with us? Let's see. Had to sneak up on them. Yeah, absolutely. That's a really good spot to get some Arizona Cardinals. That's all I'm saying.
I hope, Dusty, you opted in because I know you've been doing a ton of $3 entries. So you just got $6 worth of free play if you opted into that promo. And then if you are new to drafting with us, just shout out your name so that we can kind of keep track of what you're doing and interact and stuff like that.
Yeah, if you comment, you might get on the leaderboard. It's fun.
Yeah, we got a leaderboard now. We got a poll. We got to figure out how to do this. Is that because we've passed a certain threshold? No.
I don't actually. Yes, because now we can get super chats. So for the first time, we can get paid on the app. I don't know how it works.
Hey,
if y'all know how, that'd be.
I bet we have to set something.
You should show us. Steiger is in first place currently Steiger's in first place currently with the most XP, 150 XP. Dustin with 125 XP, and Jeremy holding third place. Holding third place. So
holding it down, making the podium.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's see. Dustin at 6. Dustin, are you? I wonder. I want some crazy. I want the crazy near us.
Well, the 8.
Yes. Let's get 7, 8, and 10. Let's get 7, 8, and 10 being crazy, and
let's do it.
The 3 of us can all prosper.
Negative EV to draft with the Gale. I mean, I don't blame you.
That's funny. Nah, Gale did some really good lines last year on Maine.
Yeah, he did.
During the NFL season, I remember he would take like 6 of our core plays and then like mix up with the rest of the players, and he did a really good job getting.
Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, he won 4 figures on a $25 underdog line.
Hell yeah!
And he's like, stop playing with me. Such a vibe.
Okay.
But yeah, I want you to send that in the Discord so we can start tailing stuff.
Absolutely.
Start kind of getting a little bit more interactive.
We should, we should, because UFC's been going. Cam's on NASCAR. Just want NASCAR.
Not underdog. Prize Picks has a free square for Dustin Poirier in his final fight.
Does he?
So, based on however often you play, mine is a $30 free play or free square. But be sure to include that this weekend with whatever you bet on, whether it's MLB, WNBA, Gale, and NASCAR is something that I've been pretty profitable this year. So
Dustin goes with Jameer. I think that we've done great on other sports too. We just don't always talk about them because we are a football channel. But if y'all want to talk about anything, we are ears wide open, basically. Puka.
I will say this quad of receivers, I am completely outright fading Malik Neighbors right now.
I agree. It's just it's such a hard.
It's just purely based
on the team.
It's the team.
Team is awful.
he has a decent week 17 matchup for what it's worth, but it's just you have to invest so high. And I'd rather instead of just be 8% for everybody, I'm fine with Nico over Monra, but it's up to you.
Would we
If you
rather
wanna go weird.
get the Houston Chargers game or the Detroit
It's
Minnesota
gonna be
game?
hard to get the Chargers unless we kind of reach a little bit on McCaffrey.
Let's go
Or
Monroe.
I mean, Monra.
Yeah. I don't really
That's
have
Detroit,
very
Minnesota.
much.
That's another fun one.
Yeah.
Maybe target TJ later or one of the running backs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just like
There you
taking
go.
big stands. So getting 20th percentile
I could see
of a guy in the first round, I think is a big leverage
Atta
play
baby.
instead of going 8% on all of them. Because if you do a ton of drafts, you're going to get basically every single pick at some point. I'd rather just, hey, pick 7 or 8 guys and just be double the field to them instead of just kind of slightly overweight or slightly
right for
underweight.
sure. Neighbors did fall to 12 because Jeremy did the right thing and went Ashton Genty like a smart man. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Michael over there wants to go with a running back this time. Damn, I tried.
It's fun. It's a pretty solid start, and it's not like, hey, I hate.
Hey, PTJ is great, especially when you're. Hey, just draft a Dallas Cowboy and you have all 3 of the teams. You have Cam's team, you have my Raiders, and then your Jacksonville Jaguars.
Let's go. And like you were saying, Jeremy, Indy and Jacksonville, that's a very stackable environment.
What do you want to do? Actually, you're auto drafting, so we're not getting HN. He auto drafted.
This is a tough decision. I like all. What's your stand?
I don't have enough Drake London. I don't have enough Drake London.
Okay.
Like honestly,
that's fine.
That's the only reason I'm going to say this.
No, that's totally fine. I wouldn't say a lot, but I'm overweight to Drake London.
Okay.
I'm basically to the field with McConkey, and I'm overweight to Brock. So I was completely fine with all 3 of those guys. So that was kind of one of those just eeny, meeny, miny, mo kind of plays. And hopefully Dusty gets one of the other options and not both of them falling off the board here.
Yeah. I heard that the Giants guy always makes bad decisions. No, he's going to go with his running back. Oh, no, HM went. Just kidding. I'm sorry. Good. Apologies. I'm glad he's gone, so you can't do that this time.
I just didn't want him to do double running back because he's done that a ton. I want him to get a little bit more flexibility. But Ladd fell to him.
Please take Ladd.
Yeah, that would be a fun, safe guy. We had Mike Williams retire. We didn't talk about that. That was really much of a non-factor.
Okay. Sure. Why do you hate Ladd? Why do you hate us?
I think AJ is one of our favorite wide receiver talents, but he just kind of is in a logjam of
he's in the wrong. He's just on the wrong team.
Ladd is by far clearing away the number 1 target in the passing game for the Chargers. Like I said, Mike Williams just retired also. Trey Harris was going to hold out. He did sign, but he is also a rookie. And then you got Quinn Johnston, who's just been meh. Rashee Rice is just okay. That wasn't even an auto pick.
Interesting. They have not heard the news.
What?
The guy that picked Rashee has not heard the news.
I have not seen one team today. I've done over 10 drafts today on both platforms, and I haven't seen one person or one time where he's fallen to the 3-4 turn. Everybody has taken him either
before that
auto draft or before that. Yeah. Okay. And that was after the news. I didn't start doing drafts until after that happened. And it's just, okay. It's one of those things, I guess.
You a real high effort guy? I mean, sure. I guess, yeah. So AJ is the better athlete here, but Ladd is definitely a sneaky athlete coming out the slot. He's way faster than you expected. Way faster. He's like the juiced up version of Hunter Renfrow. Okay, so I've seen this team, this number 1 team over here, a lot.
Yeah.
You know,
and to me, I like the McBride to Cincinnati correlation makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
But to me, I know even if you have Bucky Irving slightly ahead of Chase, I would just rather do the double.
No, and we talked about this before, and we did it obviously in the last. So we do what we preach, right? But I mean, look at it. Like you're going to get a double of Cincinnati in a different way than most teams are doing it. You normally get the T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. Like, go ahead and change it up.
Okay, going 3 running backs early.
Damn, we have none.
Yeah. Ados got bailed out with Marvin falling to him as wide receiver 3.
And Dustin's not happy about it.
Marvin is in the range of, I think he's a tier below the other, second round guys, but he is the last guy that I feel like, hey, I can survive as a wide receiver one. If you didn't get a guy before him as your wide receiver one, I feel like you really need to kind of load up on that room in the middle of the draft. Do you kind of feel the similar way?
There's a guy. I think JSN and Terry. I think Terry's my last one.
Last one?
I think so.
Okay. Well, he's also, just for what it's worth, doing the contract.
Yeah,
too.
it just depends
so it
too. But
gives a little bit of nervousness to it. That doesn't mean that we're fading Terry.
No.
But just if I'm doing the team and I'm just, all right, what do we want to do?
JSN.
I was thinking JSN, or, we don't have much Lamar at all, but it's kind of fine. We're fine getting JSN here.
Yeah, I think there's a correlation. Hold on. What was it?
Did we just go through receivers?
We did.
Remind me? Okay.
JSN
I have an idea.
plays for Seattle. They're playing Carolina. Just kidding. Wrong correlation.
Well, I know exactly who to correlate in the 5th round.
Okay. I agree.
But he's got to reach to him. He's got to fall.
Well, there's another guy I like in the 5th round, but I want Jeremy to get him. So that sucks.
Well, I mean, we're going to pick for him. A second team going 3 running backs early.
Double robust.
That's right in between us and Jeremy, which we're going to be complete opposite of.
Well, I'm glad Jeremy went running back, though, because now we're different. That's going to make us have different strategies.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if either of those 3 running back teams are truly doing a robust strategy, or if they're throwing drafts, because neither one really kind of truly reached.
Yeah, they're right on point.
Derek went in the first, but that's not insane to me. All right, so we don't have a running back yet. We love George Kittle. This is going to be a tough decision. Tough decision.
Well, the Omarion Hampton, and we even talked about the Najee Harris news.
Why that he doesn't have an eye?
He is.
There was a firework issue, and we don't have to.
Okay, so it is Omarion Hampton.
I have a question. So pretend
before I pick or after.
Well, I mean, we have to go with him.
Okay.
Unless we're going,
just making sure we're not.
Unless we were just going to go insane receiver and we pick Xavier Worthy as a wide receiver 4 or a high end quarterback.
No, I'm going to go Omarion Hampton.
He's the last tier running back right there. But we know Najee. Just pretend either he was not off the team or he is out for the year. Where would he go, or where would you be willing to take him? How high?
Omarion Hampton?
Yes.
I wanted to take
Najee
him.
Was not on the team.
Oh no, he's I would take him with our 2nd round pick at 2-4.
Jonathan Taylor or Omarion Hampton?
Omarion Hampton.
That wasn't. Ooh.
You know who runs the most rushing attempts in the league? It is the Chargers, other than his brother.
But in terms
so one of the Harbaughs,
in terms of percentage of volume, Jonathan Taylor is 2nd best.
Fair.
But back years of
injuries. Yeah.
So that's a thing also, but they're all minor injuries. They were all a back tweak, a sprained ankle, nothing fractured, nothing broken. So,
I'm very bullish on Omarion Hampton. Obviously, we had him really high.
I mean, we had him in the tier, and we kind of put him at the top of the next tier. But I would surely put him over Jacobs. I'd surely put him over Chase and Bucky. I think the Taylor is interesting. I think I'd still put him behind Derek.
Okay, that's fine.
And basically, and
that's where I said it. That's where
Taylor
I put him.
Anyways,
I put him in that range right there where he would be with Derrick Henry. I don't think Derrick Henry's above Nico or BTJ or Drake London, so it's in the same range as those guys. Right after those guys.
Gotcha. I was just curious because I saw I was watching Flock Fantasy today, and he did a spam chat of, hey, if Najee's eye was gone and you knew he was out for the year, would you take this guy or that guy? He likes to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was like, I'd rather have Chase Brown than Omarion Hampton without Najee. And I was like, y'all are crazy. Y'all are insane. And that's a half PPR platform.
It's the Chargers.
That's not even the PPR platform that Chase. Yeah, Chase was a scat back that just made the most of his opportunity.
1,661 yards, and he had, out of all the draft eligible players, he had the lowest yards before contact. He was getting hit in the backfield last year every play, and whatever. Never mind. I mean, I'm just not going to go there.
It's a fun topic because on top of that, we also, when we were bullish, we weren't expecting Omarion to get first team reps day one of training camp. And that's what he's doing, unless Kamani Vidal is is maybe
No,
we were just assuming
Amari
early
Hampton
on.
is him.
So
Amari Hampton is
when
him.
you have a rookie already getting first team reps to start training camp, I think that's a massive deal.
What is the difference between Amari Hampton without Najee Harris and Ashton Genty? Like, honestly. Like, I know that the talent is like, okay, a couple players in the draft, but like
The Chargers have a better line.
they
better
run the
run
ball
scheme.
more. Like, what is the difference? It's like you want Genty because you know he's got receiving upside. But they're right there.
Yeah.
There's no point.
I'm glad
Damn,
Dusty
Chuba.
ended up going Chuba. If
Oh,
we
that
weren't
was who
going
we
to
were
get
gonna.
him,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
glad
for sure.
that's who I thought about as a correlation with JSN. For what it's worth, there's a specific name. It would feel weird, but I would love it if you fell.
There's a guy I want to get, but I want Jeremy to get him more. It's only right.
I don't think we're talking about the same guy.
No, we're not.
Okay.
It's a guy
Do you know who I'm
that
talking about?
I like in this range that we are happy that they fell.
You silly Sally. Okay.
It's this guy.
Tough decision. Okay. We'll start him for now so we can deliberate.
Okay. Calvin Ridley.
My take is Rome over all of them. That's my vibe. But we already have 3 receivers. So if you didn't want to go receiver here, that's fine. But I'm just completely head over heels for Rome at this point.
We picked him.
I bet you Rome wouldn't make it.
That's what I was gonna ask.
And even if that's the case, I
Sorry,
don't know
Jeremy.
if we want 5 receivers.
I really wanted you to get him, but I also really wanted Kenneth Walker to fall to us.
Which we have way more Rome than we do Travis anyways, so that's completely fine. Which I'm not entirely confident Travis Hunter will return massive value on ADP. I don't think I'll draft him in redraft.
No.
But in best ball, I'm fine with, especially as a wide receiver 4. I think it's fun.
Well, the thing is, he's finally at the range where I was saying, like, this is where I want him to get to.
He was in the 40s.
Here you go, Laporta.
Okay. He was in the 40s when we started this. Yep. And nothing bad has happened. They haven't signed anybody. They haven't done anything. So he's probably one of the biggest rookie fallers without reason, almost. And he has a new coordinator that essentially had Chris Godwin as a wide receiver 1, and then Mike Evans was a low-end wide receiver 1, and then Jalen McMillan could have been a league winner depending on
they drafted
how
him.
well he did.
They drafted him to play receiver, and we talked about it.
I'm glad if we didn't get Rome that
Jeremy did.
Yeah.
So. Favorite running back. That's why we didn't do running back on the last one.
Okay. We'll go
Swift, Travion. Yeah.
I'd rather.
It's so close. But this is RB2, right?
I actually don't think it's close based on the way we drafted our team.
That's fair. Sense. Yeah, I was gonna say because the floor is way better with
when we go 1 running back, 4 wide receivers, I want somebody that's stable, and that's what comes to mind is in this range is James Conner and DeAndre Swift. But if we went 2 running backs in the first 5 rounds and we wanted a third one, and then we were just going to do maybe 5 to 6 running backs, I'm fine going Henderson because I'm not entirely certain.
I wouldn't have been against Joe Mixon there either, though.
Yeah, he's finally starting to fall a little bit too. But he had tightrope surgery this offseason. They drafted a running back and they signed Nick Chubb. So that's a weird situation that I don't think many people are talking about. It's not like we're seeing him be pumped up. He's obviously falling a little bit in drafts, but we haven't gotten any of him because we've just kind of over him.
Dustin, you're an animal. He just went Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. We're just it's too bad that Amon Ra going to steal everything.
Yeah. Dusty's had a lot of strategies in the drafts we've done where he hits running back really, really early.
Well,
so
he does not. He did mention this last time, I think, a couple weeks ago, that he hates not having running backs because it gets really gross really fast.
Well, I mean,
and then we just pick rookies.
That is fair, but at the same time, he is also majority has been a redraft player compared to a best ball, and running back situation is way, way different. ADP wise, strategy wise,
yeah, that's fair.
If we're doing a single flex, like default league where it's 2 receiver, 2 running back in a flex, I would probably most times, even if it's PPR, prefer 3 running backs earlier than 3 wide receivers earlier. But because of this being a best ball thing and we have the spike weeks, it's more likely to have a spike week from receivers in a PPR format, in a bonus format, than running backs.
I wanted to point this out. Funny thing. This first team here, so they started Jamar Chase and then Bucky. We had Chase Brown last time. Trey McBride, same as us. Xavier Worthy. Rome was our pick here. And then
Yeah,
Ricky
Rome.
Pearsall. So they
Fell
have
all the way to
the
us.
same strategy out of the number one spot over there.
That's good. To me, I probably would have swapped out Addison for
Diggs. Sure.
just because of the pending 3-game suspension.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Worthy's his wide receiver 2, not his wide receiver 3. But I am very, very okay with that team. And that's kind of what I was saying is we were hating the first, second pick and how the 2-3 turning. It's starting to kind of shift a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you not see that?
Yeah.
So
I like being in the middle still. Don't get me wrong, but yes,
yeah,
no, I
for
understand
sure.
what you're
But
saying.
like, you see how we kind of had a tough decision. Or let's go ahead.
I feel a lot less. We need a quarterback. We need a tight end. Is there one here? TJ.
Hockey.
Yeah, because we have the correlation.
Let's go hockey.
Okay. There's some correlation. We like to see that.
And then on the way back, let's see what we needed.
We need quarterback.
That was, well, I don't know if Team 12 would have gone Hawkinson, but let's see. We do need another running back.
Josh
I
Downs.
think. I have a name in mind.
Okay. I have an idea. Okay. Nice pick, Jeremy.
And if not, I have a fun idea, and it could finish a wide receiver for a while if we wanted to go that route. How far does Cooper Kupp have to fall for you to even take a share of him?
At least 100. I mean,
I don't even know if I would pick him over like a Bateman or Keon Coleman right now.
Ooh,
that's how
that's pretty far.
Unknown. Which that's kind of right around what you were saying.
Yeah, but that's even farther. I think.
I feel right now.
But yeah, can we correlate any of these guys?
Not yet.
Okay,
we do have a lot of week 8.
Which running back did you want?
Brian Robinson was a guy that we don't have a week 12 bye yet.
Okay, we do.
At running back though.
Yeah, Marion.
Oh,
but I actually am not against Pollard either.
Yeah, we haven't had a ton of Pollard, and we have a lot of Tajay.
Yeah, Tajay. And I'm not against getting him again.
Yeah. No, that's perfectly fine. Let's do it.
Okay. And then we're gonna need quarterback. We're picking. Let's see what numbers we are.
It's gonna be the first time in a while that we didn't get our thumbnails on the stream.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we just weren't in the position.
Yeah, this is the wrong. Well, we were 1, so
we were 1,
way
and
far.
Then we were 9.
Yeah,
and they're both going in the middle.
Yeah.
Baker going after.
I think Steiger got Bijan though. So
yes.
That was good.
That was good. If I had the first or second pick, I kind of am taking the stand to lock in both Chase and Bijan as my shares.
Mm-hmm.
Bijan's actually passed Saquon as RB1 on Underdog right now.
Really? Oh well, I was taking Bijan before Saquon.
I've seen him go first overall, and most of the time you won't get him past 3.
Okay.
It's
deservingly.
Yeah. So I've seen Saquon fall to like 6 and 7 on Underdog, and on DraftKings he's not really falling past 4 because he's ranked ahead of him, and Justin Jefferson for what that's worth. But that's probably one of the bigger kind of. I know it's a small difference, but one of the big kind of surprising differences between both platforms right now.
Yeah, Dustin got forced into getting a wide receiver there because he went 3 running backs.
Yeah, but Golden's starting to kind of get in the range where I'm okay there. I wish he wasn't your wide receiver 3.
Yeah,
but I'm fine with that.
You probably could go another Green Bay receiver.
Well, Jaden Reed went already, but yeah, I mean, you can get the Dobbs a couple rounds later, or Wentz way late. We see Judkins fall to 95 here, which I've kind of seen mid to late 90s for the most part.
I feel like we're in a good spot to get a Dylan Sampson based on what I remember last time. He went to Steiger at the 2.
Right.
But it was like way early.
Yeah. I mean, it's really easy to get guys that you believe in that are 2-3 rounds early by just forcing an overdraft that in hindsight isn't an overdraft if you feel good about him.
Right.
So
I have a guy in mind for quarterback.
Yeah. Like just as an example, the reason I have so much Brashard Smith is just because a lot of Kansas City stacks in correlation that I've drafted. And on top of that, we view him as a borderline 150 overall player.
Yeah.
And he's going in the 200s.
Dang.
It's really, really easy.
Jeremy saw Gibbs go first overall in my last draft. In his last draft.
That's
In his last draft.
It's pretty wild. How and also I if non-analysis but just straight up vibes, how weird is it having a running back be number 0 to you?
I
Is
don't
that
care.
weird?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, nowadays I feel like anybody can wear any number half the time. I mean,
But
like
think,
love.
picture a Jameer Gibbs in 26 and a Jameer Gibbs in 0.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
It's weird. It's a weird situation.
It's weird.
Let's go look. I think Jared Goff is my pick, and he's there. So I'm on Raw correlation.
Yeah,
that was who I was thinking off the rip. Is there someone else?
Yet, right?
No, we have no quarterback.
So let's go him, and then we'll probably need to take another quarterback soon. Which is this is the run of taking quarterbacks right now.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get him. Yeah, there.
Remind me of our receiver room. We got Jason. So we got Penix.
We have Darnold, these three, and then Trev.
So Trevor, but Trevor probably wouldn't make it back to the sit
because he's going to go right here.
No.
Well, Trev has no correlation other than Jeremy, right? Who else is his correlation?
ETN.
Sure.
Where's ETN going?
Right here.
Okay.
90. Wow. Love it. Gosh, we were shouting out ETN early. Didn't realize he was actually going to climb that much. Yeah. For no reason either. Like there's not like a situational thing. So
we were just on the right side of the trend, but it's not like we feel just we're hammering. He's not going to be on our league winner video.
No, so, definitely not now.
Yeah. Stackable option if we don't think Trevor will fall is JJ. We could just get Dak and then try to get later Dallas players.
We could also finish out tight end. I don't know.
I think it's a little early.
Oh, he went.
Dak's at the very, very top of
I would rather go Drake May.
May over even though we don't have a stack?
Correct. If I was going to pick one. And then we can build the stack.
I mean, I love me Drake May.
Or we can go Chargers. I just need to know now.
Drake May.
Okay. Did I get it?
I don't think.
Got Dak. That was like still 1 second on the clock, ho. The hell?
That's fine.
Screw you, DraftKings.
I mean, we can target, a Dallas running back or.
Yeah, we'll be okay. But not just stupid thing.
Pisses me off. Got arrested. I know that.
Yeah, really?
Mm-hmm.
What a guy.
Yeah, I forgot what we were. Aggravated.
Give me Phil Maffa.
Phil Maffa?
Yeah, give me.
I think anybody, but I would rather draft Deuce
Vaughn.
Deuce Vaughn than Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders is going
actually getting drafted.
Yeah, he's going like the 16th round right now. And I've just so easily out on him.
I think taking a stand on Jahmyr Gibbs.
If you hate Javonte, I'm fine with that.
Sure.
But just because it's like 5 rounds different, but one or the other is going to be cut, and I'm very, very comfortable saying that.
And I'm pretty confident it's going to be Miles Sanders because you just don't have a stylistic guy like a Javonte on the team if you cut him.
He has next to
other than Phil Maffa, I guess.
Yeah, Milfaffa. That's a college football 26 name right there.
Oh yeah. JJ goes. Drake May. Okay. Yeah, there he goes. That guy needed a quarterback. He had none. He had no tight ends. This guy down here has no tight ends.
This is the 9th, 10th round is really where the large tier of quarterbacks is, which I'm fine getting a pair of them.
I was really hoping Tyler Warren was going to fall to us. That wasn't the guy I was hoping, but obviously Jeremy has got a keen eye over here.
Tyler's our most exposed tight end right now overall, which we've gotten him a little bit. I'm completely fine with him as tight end 1 if you do the 3 tight end build.
Sure.
But as your tight end 2, if it doesn't matter who your tight end 1 was, him as a tight end 2, I just feel very, very strongly about your team. I just feel that way. Like there's certain guys that I just am completely fine with based on ADP. Kyle Pitts. I know people are saying like I hate. If you went Brock Bowers and your tight end 2 was Kyle Pitts, I feel fantastic about my tight end room because it's 2 boom options with the guy who's like a top 10-esque wide receiver playing tight end, plus a guy that has had 1,000 yards at the position before.
Yeah. I think in the first round, because I was rereading the Gibbs going first overall.
Mhm.
Taking stands in the first round is like the thing that you have to
That's
do.
what we did
Like
last
just
year. So we instead of going a Tyreek Hill or a CMC, anytime we got the first pick, we went Jamar Chase
Mhm.
because we had the vibe of him. If you remember, his bold prediction was him winning the
Triple
Triple Crown, and
Crown,
guess what
baby.
happened? He won the Triple Crown. So on top of us being believers of him, we were just wanting to be overweight to a couple guys. So we were overweight to CD, which didn't work out in the end because he didn't play in the fantasy postseason. But Jamar was 101 overall for all skill players.
Yeah.
So that was a massive W for that reason.
Yeah, we took some stands on a few guys.
And it doesn't always work out, but I think more often than not it will if
It's kind of like
one's a
taking the
massive win.
stand against guys also, you
Mhm.
know, like just being like, I don't want that guy.
Okay.
I'm not against going Ramondre. How many do we have? 4 and 3.
So
We could get
I like Rashad White as a PPR option.
okay.
But Ramondre, if you feel the safety, we also
Yeah, that's the reason I was thinking that.
okay.
I don't really like anybody else. Jaden Blue,
I
because
guess Trevor did fall.
yeah, he's going to be good.
So,
Jeremy's
okay.
quarterback. Jeremy
Let's
has one,
see.
but
Let's see what happens on this turn, and then I have a question for you.
Yep.
Blue going 130. I love your quarterback room. If that was redraft, I think it would be a little tougher because I don't know which week I'm going to get out of each one.
for sure.
But in a best ball situation, I feel very good.
What's your question?
Well, let's wait one more. I don't want to jinx it because the guy has fallen that I want to ask you about.
Okay. Jeremy's going to pick him. It's great.
No chance he does. Hell yeah. Okay. We have 0 shares, but we drafted Omarion Hampton.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. And he's fallen all the way to where are we 138, wherever that is, 136.
Yeah, perfect.
He fell a round and a half past ADP, and he was already 36 picks lower than where he was going.
And he's our stack.
And we stacked him. That's why I wanted. That's our first share of him all summer. But
and he's probably going to fall to this range, in my opinion, until we have news of like what's up with his eye.
That's fair.
So
I honestly think it could be very much being overplayed.
Sure.
In terms of the concern, because eyes are delicate, and so they're not going to disclose a lot. But also, if they're just like, "Hey, he needs some time," he truly needs 0 contact whatsoever. This isn't a knee or a hammy of just like being limited. This is just you're not there at all because we don't want you to lose an eye.
But when he's good,
yeah,
he can go straight to pads, basically. Like
exactly.
Now.
This isn't a yeah.
We gotta. You're not rehabbing it.
Yeah, we don't have to ease him in.
You give him an eye patch.
He's a vet that probably wasn't going to play any preseason snaps. He might now to ramp up if this does go late.
Yeah, he's just gonna get his eye covered and he's gonna go play when he gets a chance.
Dusty said, or not Dusty. Jeremy said he wanted Harris also, but wanted to get the double stack rapid quarterbacks. That quarterback room is very, very strong, my friend.
Yeah,
and you're locked up tight end and quarterback already, and so the next 7 rounds can just be trading back and forth wide receiver, running back. Very, very fun team.
Colston Loveland is finally getting to a place.
Is that Dustin?
Comfortable place. Yes, that is Dustin. Okay. He went
that
Jordan
was a good
Love.
value of Colston Loveland.
Yeah, but I think that's where I'm really happy drafting him.
Mm-hmm. Jordan Love, we don't have a ton of, but at 126, that's awesome.
We stacked.
That,
yeah, stacked Matthew Golden.
Again, I would just really kind of recommend. I think at this point, Dusty, your team is like a 9 wide receiver team.
Absolutely.
Because before Rashid,
he had 2. No, 3.
Well, Golden was his 3. Okay, yeah. I think this is a 9 wide receiver team for you.
For sure.
So
Tootin, Benson.
Yeah, your running backs, I would not draft more than 7. If you get to 7, just by default, whatever. But even you can be okay with 6 based on who you went with. Fergie goes at 147. That's who I was thinking about if it wasn't for Hollywood Brown. Isn't really rising a ton.
So I thought was going to fall to us actually.
He's like 20 picks different based on like underdog. He's like
they're fast.
High 128.
They're fast over there.
Yeah, they're that one because of the amount of people that do it. It's much more, sharper.
Yeah, which is fine because we get to enjoy the slow.
It's slower. but also there's more
Oh,
trolls, I think, that
damn.
also do this one. If we want to wrap up tight end,
Goddard.
Goddard or
Yeah,
Pitts,
he's
I'm
in
fine
it.
with.
I think Goddard just fell too much here. And
That's
I don't
fine.
have any Goddard, and I don't think this is going to be a normal team when you go Goddard at this point.
Right.
Now, there's a guy I want.
Okay.
We don't need a running back, so
Yeah,
maybe I
I
can't get
think the
that guy.
next 3 rounds might be just receiver.
So hopefully Jeremy just takes him, so I can't. He's going to on the second pick. That's what's going to happen.
Which position are you talking about?
Running back.
We don't need a running back, right?
No, I know. But I looked and I was like, damn, like
Oh, Jared.
Dylan Sampson's on the board, guys.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I think that's a great call out. If
Jeremy,
Samson
here's it.
and Roshan are there,
Yeah,
if you want either one, I think it's very good. Roshan correlates with Caleb even more, but you ended up going with
Wando's fine. We like him as a
Wando.
receiver.
Well, he also only had 4 receivers. So.
Why is Zeke at 160?
What? Oh,
Did he get picked up? Whatever. I got a draft, but we'll figure that out in a second. What do I need? I need receiver.
Xavier.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna star. I think Dustin should go Romeo Dobbs here in a second.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, that's where I'm going.
Xavier.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm actually
Who the
first of all, why is he 160? Because he definitely has not been picked up yet.
Somebody tell me. It must have happened just now.
Yeah, that's a complete glitch because we didn't even see that. I feel like that would have stood out. Earlier.
Someone's gonna accidentally draft him though.
That would be fun.
Pardon me. All right, Romeo.
I was gonna say something.
Art thou, Romeo?
I would say, yeah, Romeo.
Romeo Dubs.
Where did
There goes Dylan Sampson.
What could have been?
Yep.
It's okay.
We're gonna be him, way overweight, but I would have loved him there. Dustin.
No, he wasn't looking.
Oh, what a guy!
You made us wait on that one.
What a guy! Yeah, because he couldn't find anybody else because he knew we were right.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember what I was going to ask you.
About.
I don't even remember.
I can't help you. Sorry.
No, you're good. Let's see.
Brenton Strange. That's probably the last of the type. No.
There's a couple.
Gesicki still hasn't got drafted.
Gesicki, Hunter Henry. Like we said, the Mason Taylor, nothing's changed, and we liked him in the 170s, and he's going in the 190s right now.
That's a Dustin guy. Huh, Dustin? Get that Mason Taylor in there, huh?
Jeremy said he's going to the Chargers. Is that expected to sign?
Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay.
Well, that must have just happened based on the eye situation with Najee. And, of course...
Why would he automatically be vaulted to 160 as his ADP, though?
I don't know. But, of course, Zeke is going to go take over a backfield and piss us off.
That's a fun...
Like always.
That's a fun football landing spot, though, at least.
Sure, but remember when he did this 2 years in a row?
Yeah.
He always seems to go to a team and take over young guys' snaps.
I don't see any updated news on it, so
expected to sign is we got a chat. You know, Jeremy's our analyst today, outside analyst.
Let's see.
There goes Hunter Henry, but that was not to. Dustin is full clocking it. Rojo. Okay. Rojo.
That's a good value.
Yeah, 174.
Yeah, who ended up going Swift? Oh, we went Swift. Whoops. Well, we couldn't go running back there. We would have if he fell here.
Both of them. I like them both.
Excuse me.
I
trust Palmer more.
I agree. But at the like the upside of the team now in New England.
Yes, but it is saying something that Buffalo, they're the number 1 projected scoring offense, and they don't have a single pass catcher in the top 40 of that position. And they're tight end
all over the place.
He's another name that I start his career, but as a tight end too. If you went high, Hawkinson or higher as your first tight end, I'm in love with that as a tight end.
Still pending a physical, is what Jeremy said.
Get that from? Because I'm
probably Twitter.
Well, I'm on Twitter.
Oh, are you?
I'm going to latest and I'm filtering, and there's no Zeke and I'm spelling his name right.
And Zeke is a big name, so I'd expect to see it.
Exactly. Huh. It's a fun thing. I also thought it was funny because the Shamar Stewart thing situation with him being the lone first round pick, unsigned, and he's working out at
Oh,
Texas A&M.
what a guy! Jeremy goes with it. He said, "I got the
I
news."
respect it. That's funny.
Oh, maybe we just get both. Oh yeah, because
Well, let's let the clock milk a little bit because we need
one. We need running back.
Did we do our second tight end? Yeah, we did. Okay, so we're good tight end. So it's receiver or running back. Okay, that's fine.
And we'll get a running back on
Douglas,
the next one.
Next two.
Yeah. Some rookies.
I'll bite. I like it. That's fun.
First shares of Zeke.
Hey, that's kind of what I was doing with Kareem Hunt 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
He was going the 19th, 20th round, and he was a free agent all the way through camp. And I was just like, somebody's going to sign him for sure because I don't think he's great anymore, but he'll just inherit 20 touches wherever he goes.
Right.
And that's when he went back to Cleveland because Chubb broke his leg. And that was a massive value because he was just a weekly floor. He didn't have ceiling performances, but it was just a safe thing. But that season, I believe, just didn't pan out well for us. But still, those kinds of things I'm fine with.
No, I think that we've done that a little bit with Keenan Allen this year. He hasn't got signed yet, but he probably will.
It's kind of like, pretend Najee wasn't there, right? And it was just Omarion and Zeke. Zeke would probably be once again kind of where he was last year, which is like
mid
120 to
140s.
140s.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'd be kind of fine with it as a RB5. So
sure. This is probably a pretty solid.
Last year was an awful situation because just line play was bad and the running back situation was so bad.
For Zeke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if he's going to one of the best offensive lines, one of the highest, like you said, volume run games, he's just going to fall into the end zone and do what Kareem Hunt did last year, which is like 20 touches, 70 yards, but a score, and he'll get you 12 points. Just it's not going to win you millions, but it'll get you through injuries
and through weeks.
That's what all you can ask for a 16th round pick or later.
There goes
Keenan. Amari Cooper and Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen I probably would prefer over because he actually,
played well last year.
Whereas Amari went to a good situation and just was a non-factor throughout. So I don't know. But it's also concerning because neither are signed yet. But at the same time, maybe they're just kind of waiting for the opportunity because somebody's going to get hurt or injured.
Yeah, and also price matters for these guys because they're like, well, I'm not going to just go play to play. Like, they're like, we're old. Like, we're going to wait for a contract that makes a lot of sense for us.
That move does make a lot of sense, Jeremy. There's the Dallas ties. And then also, if you remember back when Dallas overpaid at the time in free agency to retain him, Washington was the reason they did that because Washington gave him an offer. They were like, hey, we're going to sign you because we have all the money, or we're going to make our rival overpay for you. And that's exactly what ended up happening. So, I mean, that makes all the sense in the world for that situation. Yes. No questions asked.
Back to the draft.
Load up. I can't wait for him to get like the slightest buzz and then him jump to the 15th.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, this is the pass catcher, and Andy Reid loves his pass catcher and his offense.
Like we
That'll
could
be
just
what happens.
not draft a single share the rest of the year, and we're still probably gonna be north of 40% owned on him, and all of that is a 17th round or later.
Yeah, well, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make sense to not get him at ADP, especially like we want to get as many. Of course, we want to get as many of these rookie running backs as possible, but like he has a clear role in this offense if he is going to play his role.
Yeah, like he's one of the few that just he doesn't have to have the guy go down to contribute.
Yeah,
like DJ Giddens, we love him, but at the same time, I don't see him getting more than 5 touches without JT going down.
They picked some running backs. They went through them. Let's see. Devin Neal.
I'm fine with Neal. I'm fine with Mitchell. We can go Kyle Young guy later, just for the record.
You want to go Mitchell?
I'm fine getting Mitchell.
Okay, it's fine. I have
It's a second year off an ACL for a scat back that we saw what Justice Hill did.
Yeah.
He's one of the reasons that we took down the season opening showdown last year. Was your tournament play, and Isaiah Likely was my tournament play, and guess what? Both were in the optimal line.
Yep.
So
that's why we did so well. Yeah, and Xavier Worthy, we had
yeah.
Xavier
And
Worthy.
I just think Keaton Mitchell is probably a more athletic version at this point of Justice Hill.
Sure.
So I'd rather just invest on that. He had a positive report of him being fully healthy.
I just wonder if Justice Hill's the like annoying old guy.
Maybe.
Because that
How
seems
old
to
is he?
happen. He's got to be
Been in the
like
league for
45.
6 years.
You know, feels like he's 45. He's probably not that old.
27.
He feels old, dude.
He feels like he's been in the league.
How old is Keaton Mitchell? He's got to be 25, right?
I think he's
24. Is he 24? I mean, really, that's a long time difference in running back
23.
years.
He just turned 23.
Okay.
So, or at least he won't be 23 until after this, or 24 until after this.
All right, Jeremy, you're with me. So why are you picking Jarquez Hunter over Blake Corum? Tell me the truth. Because obviously in this room, we think Jarquez Hunter is better than Blake Corum, but, you know, we'll just have to see.
I'm indifferent to either. I don't really care. If I pick Kyron, I would just kind of
pick one.
Get shares of both. Maybe even all three, because whoever gets it is going to get the 20 touches a game. It's not like this is going to be a by committee.
That's never the Rams don't do that.
So,
yeah,
one of the most infamous like overreactions was Cam Akers going in the 5th round and then him getting 1 touch in week 1, just out of nowhere. If you remember that a couple of years ago, and it was Darrell Henderson the entire time, and then he got cut
was the guy
moved on from that season. So
no, they literally their running back situation's always the funniest thing to me. They will literally put like. They'll put one guy out there. He could be awful. He could be good, but they're going to be like, here, you're going to touch the ball 20 times. And when you get hurt, we're going to put the next guy in. He's going to touch the ball 20 times until he gets hurt. It's very San Francisco.
I like how a lot of people that have issues with Kyron and they bring up the inefficiency numbers.
Well, the
don't bring up the
line
fact
was
that
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in week 2 on for a good month, 4 of the 5 starters did not play.
Yeah.
And the backup left tackle, also in addition to the starting left tackle, was out. And both receivers. Yes, of course you're going to be inefficient, and that's going to bring your numbers down. But
good job, Dustin.
It's just
Dontavian Wicks.
Fantasy's volume. Like that's kind of one of the pure epitome of don't overthink it. Is a Kyron situation where he's getting volume. Don't worry about trying to tiebreaker him with somebody who may have more upside. Like in the 4th round, you're looking for a floor.
Well, it depends what you've already done.
Mm-hmm.
So like you can if you've already drafted a couple running backs or drafted a running back and you're like, hey, I can go for the ceiling.
Kyle actually got drafted.
Wow. I could go for the ceiling here.
Mm-hmm.
Like do that. But sometimes you just don't get that opportunity. What do we need? We need either running back or wide receiver, right?
So Devin Neal's still there.
That's crazy.
I was kind of hoping to get.
Wow, they're very close here.
I don't get it. and that's why it's so crazy with ADPs. Tank Dell is not going to play this entire season, and he's ranked 228. Taysom Hill is not going to be playing most of the season, if not all of it, and he's 35, and he's going in the 220s. But Troy Franklin, who was a teammate of a QB that's going in the top 10, is going in the 300s, or is ranked as a 300th player, wherever he's at, 320.
Efton Chisholm's greater than Kyle Williams.
Brandon Cooks. Parker Washington, Christian Watson is not going to play this season.
Right.
And they're all ahead of Robert Woods. Why is,
like even actually, Denard Robinson now should be moved up. Just putting that out there.
Well, actually, there was a name I wanted to bring up.
Jacob Cowing.
For San Fran. Let me load their depth chart.
It wasn't Jacob Cowing?
It might have been.
Slot receiver.
Yes. Also, I just wanted to say in rookie minicamp, there was a lot of positive things said about Isaiah Nayer, who went undrafted.
Yeah. He got picked on here.
Mm-hmm. Did he really?
I think so. I think I saw him.
It's pretty crazy.
Troy Franklin.
That's fine.
To round it out.
I have all of a sudden had a ton of Troy Franklin. Maybe that works out. Maybe it doesn't. But hey, it's a 20th round pick. I don't really care if my 20th round pick doesn't work out.
Here's your Amari Cooper. We spoken into existence here. Dustin, let's see it. Finish it out. I know who it's going to be. Give me the Dortch. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No,
For the
but yeah, he has to at this point. Torrey Horton. Okay. That's an interesting name we don't see very often, but Torrey Horton coming off injury, if he can
That's a
come
fun
back
one.
feeling good.
That's interesting because Tyler Higbee went way early in the last draft, right?
Yeah,
And
and
we
then
were, and Ferguson was the 20th round,
he won't play. He'll go somewhere else.
and maybe not even get picked up from there.
Fair. Let's check out
But
Jeremy's
also Deontay
team.
Johnson is kind of silly.
Couple free agents for Jeremy is, but we expect Zeke to be signed. I guess we need to see full reports, but I don't
Still
mean,
waiting.
yeah,
Tyler Algier, additional correlation with Atlanta. He did get Darnell Mooney
with
with Penix,
Penix
Caleb with
and
more.
DJ,
Love it.
and
Because
then
earlier in the season, I was saying that they were on opposite ends. Now they're on the same exact end, and
right.
I'm trying to lock and load double stacking Chicago every time I do that.
That's fair. And then BTJ with Trev, and then Dustin. He got both Detroit running backs. Philly, Jalen Hurts stack. We're gonna stay real quick. I'm gonna just look through. Kelsey, and then he double stacked the Green Bay team. So yeah, I mean everybody did pretty good. Got some good value in Colston Loveland. He doesn't realize that Efton
really
Chisholm's
like
greater than Kyle Williams. I'll report. I thought it was so
At
funny.
least Kyle has fallen enough to where it's like I don't mind it if I went with Drake May.
Yeah.
Because somebody, if Drake May is going to be a top 12 quarterback, somebody other than Diggs has to work out.
Right.
And I'm not even for sure, even though we're taking the stand on Diggs being a great value, it's not like we're just, for certain he's going to be a top 20 wide receiver. So if he doesn't pan out or gets hurt or is not the same, somebody's going to step up. Demario Douglas was a high floor guy, and why we got
Jalen
a lot
Polk.
of shares of, yeah.
Like a guy that got drafted last year that everybody was really high on, like Butte, like whoever you decide.
Yeah.
We
Anybody
appreciate
but
y'all.
Jerome Baker, I guess, because he's going to get cut down. So
he should have never been in the conversation.
Should've.
No, but thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Yes, Stagger next time. Jeremy, we appreciate you. Dustin playing a $20. Love to see that. And the Gale, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. We appreciate everybody that was here. And we will do this next week. So we appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
There you go.